She said I was overreacting, that our son just needed to breathe through it. By the time she left with her sister for their spa day, his lips were already turning blue. I remember the sound of his breath, wet, shallow, desperate, like the world was collapsing one lungful at a time. I held the inhaler to his mouth, counting seconds like prayers. 30 seconds, then 20, then 10. His chest finally loosened. He collapsed against me, trembling, eyes wide but alive. When she came back smiling, holding shopping bags and laughter, I was still sitting on the living room floor beside the nebulizer. His small hand wrapped around mine. She looked at me, confused. "You're still down there? God, you really do love to dramatize." The word dramatize stuck to my skin like rot. I said nothing, not then, but something in me tilted. The next morning she posted pictures, her and her sister, fake laughing, fake champagne. Caption, "Moms deserve breaks too." No mention of what she'd left behind. No mention of the blue tint around our son's mouth, or how close she'd come to making him a memory. Her friends commented hearts and compliments. "So pretty, you deserve it." I scrolled through them all, each one like a blade pressed against patience. That night, she told me I was too emotional lately. I watched her from across the table, her glass of wine leaving lipstick stains on the rim, her phone lighting up every few minutes. Her words didn't hurt. The apathy did. The lack of fear. The absence of guilt. When she went to bed, I checked the call logs. She had been on the phone with her sister for 23 minutes, right before she came home smiling. But another number appeared below that, a name I didn't recognize, Dr. K, our son's pediatrician. The timestamp matched the moment she should have been calling me. I started watching her differently. The way she touched her phone screen, how she smiled when certain messages came through, how her voice softened when she said his name in conversation. Too familiar, too comfortable. She thought she was clever. I let her believe it. While she bragged to friends about how stressful motherhood was, I began piecing together her patterns. Her scheduled calls, her sudden errands, her quiet laughter behind closed doors. When she left the house, I checked her browser history, flight tickets, medical conference, Miami. But she wasn't in medicine. He was. It didn't take long to find pictures, conference photos, two of them together, laughing, her hand on his arm. My wife, our son's doctor. While my boy was gasping for air in his room, she was smiling for cameras with the man who signed his prescriptions. That realization didn't shatter me, it sharpened me. I started collecting evidence, not for rage, but precision. Screenshots, receipts, email threads. I wasn't planning to confront her, not yet. First, I wanted to see if she'd lie. 3 days later, I asked casually, "How's Dr. K? He hasn't checked in on our son since the attack." She didn't flinch. "He's busy. He's good." No hesitation. No shame. So I handed her my phone, showing her and Dr. K arms around each other in Miami. Her expression cracked. Only for a second, then she recovered. "That's old. From years ago." I nodded slowly. "He mentioned you had asthma too. That true?" She froze. "He called your sister after the hospital visit," I continued, voice steady. "Wanted to make sure I didn't notice the prescription refill under your name." Her jaw trembled. "You're twisting things." I smiled, small and quiet. "No, I'm just breathing clearly now." The silence between us lasted long enough to feel like a verdict. I didn't yell. I didn't demand answers. Instead, I printed everything. Emails, photos, messages, and left them in a manila folder on his desk at the clinic. No signature, no note. Just truth. He called her within an hour. She didn't know I was home when she answered. Her voice broke. "Who told you? No, it's not what it looks like." He hung up first. She sat there, frozen, the phone still to her ear, the sound of finality echoing in her silence. When she turned, I was standing in the doorway, Calm, composed. "I saved our son," I said quietly. "You can't even save yourself." Then I left. A month later, the divorce papers arrived. She tried to negotiate custody. The court read the medical records, the negligence, the affair. She lost everything she didn't care enough to protect. Our son sleeps peacefully now. He still asks about her sometimes. I tell him she's far away, learning how to breathe again. At night, when the house is quiet, I think about that day, his small body in my arms, the sound of life struggling to stay. She called it overreacting, but I learned something that day. Some people only understand the value of air after you stop giving them any.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.